quick montage of delivering the AI applications in the form of automation cars to medical robots, ending with a sorts of concerns. Individually, we're looking at the new headlines about the AI ethics. Artificial intelligence to transforming our worlds and unprecedented in the process, but this great power comes from great responsibility. Today we delivering into a deeper into the worlds of AI ethics. What it's and why it's too crucial, and how can we to implement and effectively regulate to ensure that safety and fair futures. Hello everyone, our comprehensively AI ethics series. I am Mr.RatanBajaj, and AI explored the fascinates about the navigation and the complex landscapes, the artificial intelligence. In this episode, we are to exploring the fundamentals of AI ethics and historical context, and why is it more important now in this events. So, what the exactly AI ethics? AI ethics is refers the moral principles and guidelines that to governs the development of deployments and use of artificial intelligence. It should compass and regulates of issues including the fairness, accountabilities, transparency, privacy, and the potentially impacts on human rights. Example of AI applications with ethical considerations like facial recognition, bias algorithms, and autonomous weapons. As AI systems to because the more integrated into the our daily lives, we need to address their the ethical concerns and becomes a increasingly critical. So without proper ethical guidelines, AI can be perpetual biases. Individually, the privacy and able to pose and exact external risk. Why AI ethics is important? AI ethics is the potentials to create benefits for society by improving the healthcare, educations, transportations, and much more. However, that's if unchecked, it can be also to the causes of significant harm. Example, the both possibility of negative and improves of AI, such as a improves of medical diagnosis and various biases hiring a algorithms. Consider AI as systems to often to train historical data, which can be means that they can be inherited and amplify existing biases. For example, a hiring algorithms to train the bias data could we can actuate and disciplinary against the certain groups of ethics AI. Ensure that the such as the systems as a far and just to understand AI ethics, we need to look at the historical context. AI ethics isn't a new concept. It has to the evolvings over a decades, influenced by the psychological discussion, technological advancements, and the societal changes. Historical timelines to the graphical showings the key of milestones in AI ethics. For earlier philosophical debates to recently ethical guidelines by the organizations like IEE and their EU and the EU. Earlier discussions we about the machines ethicals begins to the mid 20th century, but wants to until the rises of machine learning and the big data at the 21st centuries. This ethical gaining the significant attention to major milestones and including the and the principles. In 27th the provide the ethical guidelines. AI researchers and develops the European Union to guidelines to trustworthy AI is in 2019. So how can we implement the effectively AI regulations? Implementing the AI regulation to request required a multiple social approaches. Here to some of the key of strategies. established a clear guidelines. Governments and organizations should be to develop a clear ethical guidelines, AI developments and uses. This should be can address issues like a fairness, transparency, and accountability. Promote a transparency. Is to systems could be can transparent in a discuss making a process, including say making a data sources and algorithm accountables and for review. Ensure accountability. This should be can machines to place to hold a development and users accountables. This automate outcomes AI systems. Protect the privacy. A strong data can protecting the law establishment and safeguards individually privacy and preserve and misuses and personal data. Encourage the collaborations, international collaboration with crucial. AI ethics should be globally efforts with countries working together and creates effort standards. Foster the public engagements, public aware and educated about the AI ethics and helping to building the society and their support the AI ethics practices. AI ethics is the potentially and revolutionize the our world, but only the approaches its to developments and deployments with the strong ethical foundation by understandings and implementations of AI ethics. We ensure that the AI benefits of a human, AI benefits for all the humanities. And thank you for joining us our importance of discussions of if you're founding the video influence insightful, and please like and share and follow for more our insights for AI ethics and more depth into the AI and technology.